the year 2025. Bystanders at the newsstand is back on your screen. We are live from Ogba, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa, Africa. You are welcome. We are glad to have you. We are glad that you are here with us again. We thank God for protection over the weekend. We thank God. And we are glad to have you back on this platform. Flip TV, like I always say, watch every of our programs on Flip TV. They are interesting, like entertainment. That's about politics or what you do here every morning. Bystanders from Mondays to Saturday, early morning edition, 8:39. That's when we start our program every morning. Once again, Mondays to Saturdays. Let me start by reading from the major headlines. Before I start, yours sincerely, Riwan Olasukomi, reporting for duty once again. Let me start from the Tribune this morning. That is the soft copy of the Tribune that I have here with me this morning. I have two hard copies, the Vanguard and the Punch this morning. LND 6 South backings to form national party. Says new platform will be for Nigerians dissatisfied with APC and PDP. Yuletide. Fintech payment holds sway as bank customers lament poor service. Fintech, you know them. Importers seek quarterly exchange rate regime. Duty waiver to revive trade. Onion farmers link price hike scarcity to flood climate change. Ribadu Adeboye Enenche listed among 100 most reputable Africans. Outcry over persistent power outage in Ekpe. These are on the soft copy of the Tribune newspaper this morning. Another soft copy is here, which is the Nation. It says that Otedola is the nation's investor of the year. Petro tanker fire wreaks havoc in Delta State. 2 fear dead, building race. I mean, they are so recipe. That's the bad news. Filmmaker arrested for huge drug shipments. Wanted socialite also held. Battle rages in PDP National Working Committee, according to the Nation this morning. Said Damakun excluded as court-ordered secretary. Others visit governors. Party elders accuse Oburevori of romancing APC. No TIN, no exemption from withholding tax. I feel at home in Enugu, says Tinubu. Farmers blame onion scarcity, price hike on flooding, climate change. These are on the page of the Nation. My last hard copy this morning, soft copy this morning, is the Daily Trust, which says bandit kills Miyetti Alachier, kidnap wife, daughter. Chicken seller slash price amidst low patronage. New virus is China. Over 5,000 hospitalized in UK. This is a bad news for all the nations of the earth. Another virus like COVID-19 is here, but in China. 2 trillion power project stalled. Accountability, PPP, key to reform experts. That's public-private partnership. WAEC introduced receipt exams for candidates. And drug trafficking, Saudi Arabia released 3 Nigerian women after 10 months in jail. 4 killed. Bank raised in Delta tanker explosion. Tax reform. Northern elders, Katsima urges more consultation. These are on the hard copy of the Daily Trust. Now let me go to the soft copies this morning. Let me start from the Vanguard this morning. The soft copy of the Vanguard is here this morning, which says single-use plastic enforcement on ban starts in 14 days. Lagos government is saying address food insecurity, economic hardship. Now Southern Monarch test FG. 4 dead, scores injured, 2 bank raised as petrol tanker exploded in Agbo in Delta State. Fubara can transact business with 3 lawmakers. Court rules. 2025, organized private sector charts economic growth path. And someone who hosts Thanksgiving, this we are seeing it here. Vet doctors raise concern over attack dog deaths. PDP police more government 2027. That's National Working Committee of PDP. Tinubu, Mba doing everything possible to provide security, attract investors to Enugu. Drug shipment, NDLEA NAPS wanted kingpin, Nollywood filmmaker. We haven't completed 90%. We haven't reached 90% completion. Bua refinery is saying no plans to destroy 6 million PVCs, says INEC. And okay, Eyimba, that's Calculations Cup. Ideye actually released black boost routes. Eyimba won black boost and in Akwa Ibom on Sunday. Let me go to the Punch. My last hard copy this morning, which says Labour Party says they can win 27 poll without merger. Labour Party is saying you can see picture of Peter Obi, the leader of Labour Party there. Advertorial Tinubu making Enugu, that is an advert. But new virus, bad news. Bad news. New virus, Hepatitis monitoring to quarantine China passengers. Expert demands proactive step as new virus surges in China ravages children. APC dismissed PDP threats to unseat Oyebanji 2026. 5 feared dead. Banks burnt in Niger Delta tanker explosion. Families solicit funds to bury Nigerian students in UK. 80 policemen present when Odlum attacked me. Osun Monarch is saying, and Yuletide, Lagos, Kano, Delta, other schools resume today. Lagos, Kano, Delta, others. We have seen resumption of schools in Lagos today, and all children are advised to be at their respective classes this morning. I'm done reading from the major headlines this morning on the newspapers. 3 soft copies, 2 hard copies, which are the Punch and the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Where do I start from this morning? Let me start from thanking all our viewers, like I always do every morning. It has become part of me. I must thank our viewers. They are the reason why we are here. Miss Gladys Oyabo, good morning. Thanks for watching. You're always watching from Los Angeles, USA. God bless you, Miss Gladys Oyabo. Only you have dropped your comment. And we say we love you. We thank you. And we appreciate you this morning. Ohaneze told Tinubu over the weekend, please release our son, which is Nnamdi Kanu. And again, like we saw today, Labour Party can win without merger. That's according to their to the party spokesperson. But we are here this morning. I'm thanking you. I appreciate you. We love you, all our viewers. Omo Odua. God bless you, sir. Thanks for always watching. Thanks for always supporting financially, morally. Thanks for always trusting us here to give you the best news as it happened across Nigeria. Dr. Ukuoji, God bless you. Thanks for always watching us. Mazi David Tunde Okafo, thank you so much for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. King Joe Ogba, thank you so much. It's been long that you commented, but I say we love you. We thank you. If you are watching, kindly like what you are doing, like and drop your comment. Mr. Moon is saying good morning. Good morning, Mr. Moon. That's your name that you drop here. God bless you. Mr. Adoji Elonge, God bless you. Malaki Ozo, God bless you. Mr. Jeff Obi from Munich, Germany, God bless you. Ike from Netherlands, God bless you. Mr. Ike Chuku from South Africa. Mr. Ike Chuku from Netherlands, God bless you. Mr. Ike from Netherlands, God bless you. I'm looking at many names. Mr. Adoji Elonge, God bless you. Mr. Olumide from the UK, God bless you. Mr. Jeffrey from the USA, God bless you. I'm looking at Mr. Ola Adewale, UK, God bless you. Mr. Olasukomi, you're my namesake from Welling, UK, God bless you. All of you. Mr. Nathaniel Abu, God bless you. You have many names that I can call. Drop your comments. I'll be calling out your names. We love all of you. We appreciate you. And then we thank you. Ohaneze begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Let me speak on that this morning before I begin my first reviewer. I don't think it is it is palatable for Ohaneze to be begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think, should follow court procedures. If the court says Nnamdi Kanu should be released, it should be released. If Sunday Igboho can be working free, if Miyetti Allah can be working free, I think that if the court is saying Nnamdi Kanu has not done something wrong, it should, this is my personal opinion this morning, it should be released. These are my opinion. I thank God that the issue of Sharia is dead in Yoruba land. We, like I said, we don't want Sharia law in Yoruba land. Somebody said Yorubas are 50% Muslim, 50% Christian. I say it's a lie. Yorubas are 45% Muslim, 45% Christian. The other 10 are doing Isheshe, which is traditional worship. So no religion can now force everybody to accept their norms. Sharia law is alien to Yoruba land. And Yorubas are saying no, it cannot be possible in Yoruba land. We don't want Sharia law in this part of the nation. Let me read what Ohaneze said to have a better perspective this morning. Ohaneze said, I like to read, but I have a source here. I don't just talk from my head. Ohaneze said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to the Vanguard on Sunday, it says that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can write your name in gold if you release Nnamdi Kanu. Let me read. President General of the Social Cultural Group, Nze Ozichukwu Fidelis Chukwu, made the remarks on Friday while welcoming Tinubu to the southeast ahead of his official visit to Enugu State on Saturday. He further commended what he described as an attitudinal change of federal government under Tinubu towards the Igbo nation. They are saying that Tinubu seems to be friends to the Igbos. According to the spokesman of the organization, Alex Ogboni-Achukwu, it is therefore hoped that with the Enugu visit, President Tinubu will write his name with gold in the hearts of the Indigos and well-meaning Nigerians if he orders the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is according to Alex Ogboni-Achukwu. It says, it commended Enugu State Governor Peter Mba for his disruptive, innovative, and massive infrastructural development in the Enugu State. The statement added that we also appreciate His Excellency Senator Senator Hope Odidika Uzodinma, CON, the chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum and the chairman of All Progressive Governors Forum, for the life-saving installation of nice landing equipment at the Sam Mbakwe International Cargo Airport, Owerri. Finally, they said, we wish President Tinubu a safe, joyous, eventful trip as he's treated with the Igbo hospitality in Enugu State. Like I said, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was at Enugu State, where he commissioned some projects, which was invited by Peter Mba, the current governor of Enugu State. And he's saying that I am a friend to the Indigos. I don't have any bad plans or ulterior motive to the Indigos. And now you have seen how he has been praised. And Ohaneze is telling him, you can write your name in gold if you release Nnamdi Kanu. That's what Ohaneze is telling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How it goes, we are going to see. Ordinarily, what I want to see is that the justice should take the due course. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu if the court has asked him to release him, not people begging the president to release Nnamdi Kanu this morning. Now, let's talk about Labour Party is saying we don't need a merger to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the question is, until there is a change in the Electoral Act, Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot be defeated. That's my opinion. That's the opinion. Until there is a change in the Electoral Act, hundreds of Peter Obi, of Atiku, might not be, I'm using the word might, not be able to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because like we've seen, Nigeria is a country, we saw the last election, how the IREV was reportedly shut down. They said there will be collection of results electronically. Did it happen? We've seen election in Ondo and in Edo State. What can you say? We saw election in Ghana. Compare and contrast election in Ghana to Nigeria. Compare and contrast election in Ghana to what we are having here. South Africa's election. who went to court. But in Nigeria, they will say go to court. What does that mean as Nigerians? When you hear that word, go to court, what does go to court means as Nigerians? On Saturday, I asked my reviewers, why are you not coming back to Nigeria? And you saw some comments. Someone said, I'm not coming back to Nigeria until Biafra comes. That's the opinion. So people are saying, I've left Nigeria for about 30 years. I'm not coming back. We are talking about massive hunger in the land. Even Southwest, traditional rulers are telling their son, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ebi Pawaralu, there's hunger in the southwestern parts of Nigeria. Talking about Nigeria in the whole, like Nigeria as a whole. We come here every morning, we see people coming to beg for food, begging food sellers. I don't have money to eat, but please give me something to eat. That's why we must appreciate our viewers that are supporting us. Omo Odua is always here supporting us. Tunde Okafo, Mr. Kinjo Ogba, Dr. Okwoja, and the likes, all of you must appreciate you because there's a very, very huge amount of suffering for Nigerians under this present government. But we don't know. We don't know what can happen over the course of this present leadership of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's saying that we should Elofa Kombale, Amagbewale, that Nigerians don't be in a hurry, don't be in a rush, things to get better. But we are waiting. 2025. By the end of this year, politicking will start. So what can they do in 2025 to ameliorate the sufferings of Nigeria? I think let me have Jimsa this morning because it's even good that he's here. Let me have him this morning as my first speaker this morning. Let me have Mr. Jimsa. Good morning, Mr. Jimsa. Yeah, you are welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand. What can you say about the suffering of Nigerians? Southwestern monarchs are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sir, Ebi Pawaralu, please bring down the price of food, or again, find something to do. There's massive hunger in the land and inflation. What can you say about Southwestern leaders telling their son to bring down the price of food and the amount of sufferings for Nigerians?
Well, I believe everyone knows, except those who have block art, that the people are actually going through hell. Although we understood that for any development in any country, things will be rough before we start again. But I believe you agree with me in this administration have shown to us that what, from the beginning, maybe that's not what they stand for, due to the rigorous spending of the Mr. President when he entered office, you understand. And that has made the people to be thinking that is this man for us or for himself and family alone. So I believe the governors and the listeners know what to do. None of them will come to the public and say the president have not given them the right allocation, which is meant for their people or their state. And also, they will tell me that what there's inflation or variation of, of naira. Even with that, the president still gave them, double the amount for you not to feel, it's just like the cost of transportation is now high. You're collecting 200,000.
But do you think that the president is the reason why they are okay? Now, president is saying that you have given governors huge allocation.
Okay.
Peter Mba, president was at Southeast. He was in Enugu over the weekend. Here he was invited by current governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba, to commission some projects. And he's saying that look at what Peter Mba is doing with his own money. Don't you think that our governors may be complicit in the mismanagement of funds in Nigeria? Our governors too.
All this. It's quite unfortunate that the Financial Crime Commission, the EFCC, and the likes of them, who are supposed to be there to checkmate.
I'm coming. Malaki Ozo, good morning. And Malaki Ozo is accusing Ohaneze. Why are you begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Because to him, he thinks that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Precious Ikedi too. God bless you. Good morning. Like button, and let us have conversation.
It's of two ways. Let me answer that before we go to the other one. Or what was I saying before?
They're talking about the fact that I'm looking at the fact that the governors have been having huge allocation now.
Yes.
Are they to be blamed or the president again because he removed first subsidy already? Who is to be blamed for this question?
You see, we have a lot of governors, a lot of so-called appointees that they are not innovative. Another thing is for you to be there. Even though when you look at the criteria of being, you'll be baffled when you see some people as the governor, be like, they are the people that will run for presidential debates, governorship debates, you understand? Manifesto, no strong one. You know, someone that is just there, that is not, it doesn't want to be. So there will be a lot of people drawing them back. Who are those? Who are their commissioners? Who are their this? Who are their that? Every state have what they could dwell on, even without the presidency. They have some states have limestone, some have lithium, some have steel. You understand? A lot of that. How are they utilizing all those things? Don't forget that what you can't be begging the president, Mr. President, to release what the Nnamdi Kanu, because if it is a working system, that the rule of law is being what recognized, is being followed. We heard that the court have what nullified the matter of the, you understand?
So are you thinking that? No, let's go. Okay,
begging Mr. President
there, yes.
to release him is another thing. You are trying to say that what? Oh, it is obvious, clear that what Mr. President of Nigeria, a system, do not wish to what follow the rule of law and the constitution, and even the judge, orders. This person, according to no concrete evidence concerning Nnamdi Kanu, right, as you have said. Now, a Supreme Court release this person, is free to go. Some set of person who did not want the growth for the court, or maybe from personal reason, they said detaining the person. Which order are we to follow? But if it's look at what is happening. That's why a lot of Nigerians suffered when a rich man will just arrest you. Look at what happened to Delefa Rotimi too, based on some, and it's so crazy that what even those people, this police officer, are someone's father. You understand? And one person somewhere, because of he has little change, you are being bought, go and kidnap Delefa Rotimi. Someone that you've taken the matter to, you commit a complaint for defamation of character. And this person in question, Delefa Rotimi, has what? Visited the near police station concerning the matter. But the next thing for you to do is just what? Hijack him. Thank God for CCTV. A lot of people have been kidnapped, abducted like that, even sometimes killed in the process whereby we did not know the state that they are from. If the CCTV is not there, how do we know that what is from Ekiti they come? We'll be thinking that maybe it's around Lagos. You understand? Not that the person maybe might wasted his life on the way from Lagos to
Mr. Jimsa, now I've read, because I read it this morning. Let me just read it for just 1 minute. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
President, let me read it. What Ohaneze said. Ohaneze is saying President Bola Tinubu would have written his name in gold if he orders the release of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, according to Ohaneze Ndigo. President General of the Social Cultural Body, Nze Ozi Chukwu, Fidelis Chukwu, made a remark on Friday while welcoming Tinubu to the southeast ahead of his official visit to Enugu on Saturday. Now, he's talking about that there's additional change from Tinubu. That means talking about maybe under Buhari, southeast, they don't really enjoy good partnership with president. But now, because Tinubu is there, maybe they're having good partnership. Now, according to the spokesman organization, Alex Ogbonia Chukwu said, it is therefore hope that with the Enugu visit, President Tinubu will write his name with gold in the hearts of Indigo and the well-meaning Nigerians if he orders the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Did they need to remind the president to release? In a working system, the judiciary system, are they under any precedent? Are they to take any directive from anyone? Their duty, so we know we have constitutional rights. You understand? So when they bring a case to court, you look at based on evidences and everything that is being brought. Based on that, you will make your judgments, not by one baba or one mama. There was social instability during President Buhari's time, and when the president got in, you would have to look into some things. But if the president could so fast to say that subsidy is gone and subsidy is gone, definitely all those that are unlawful detained. Look at what happened to all these young boys in the protest. They perform treasonable offense, carrying Russian flag, where we have presidents saying that we should take over. There's nothing more treasonable than than the case of Nnamdi Kanu. But in the case of, because you want to favor the North, and some people, the Northern people have come together in the space of some days, they are being released. Do you know the number of Southeast people Yoruba, the Igbo, Ibibio, and the likes of them that's under unlawful detainment, and nothing is done. Look at the one of what's that Speed Darlington to and Burna Boy also. If someone defame you, if you like someone defame you, you go to you go follow the due process. Those who went to abduct Speed Darlington also, those police officers are supposed to be dismissed or what? Face the judgment or following order based on money hierarchy. How many times have you been defamed? You know what what your eyes will see there. So the rule of law needs to be respected and let them destroy this country. And that is more reason why when you look at the treaty, the extradition of Simon Ekpa also, in some ways, in a balanced way, I don't think it will be possible. You have to look at it. If there's an addiction happen, that means what? Investigate it thoroughly. Something might have got on, maybe trade by barter, exchange of something. What more than that? Yesterday, quite number of terrorists in Kaduna rather, disturbing 5 local governments, said that what? They are ready for peace. You understand? Saying they are ready for peace. The bandits that have kidnapped, that have killed, you understand? They have forcibly taking money from the Nigerian people. The bandits that have destroyed a lot of family. The bandits that have killed some breadwinners in the family, in some families rather, now come to us. Why the governors and the governors and the likes of them are the Fulani leader, as in they surrender. You understand? They're ready to make peace accord. Where we have journalists and press people there. Carry AK-47 all over. So are we going to overlook the lives and property and the future of which those bandits have destroyed? Now you have a what is it called for them, a whatsoever center for them, and you are still going to spend the money meant for Nigerians, rehabilitation center for them, or what is it called, to take care of them, sponsor them to business or school. They are quick now to identify the bandits, but when the military could not locate them, through the years there have been more than 5,000 lives have been lost through their handwork. It only happened in the northern side. If it happened in the Yoruba western eastern side here and the likes of them, you know what they are doing in the east. The lives, there won't be anything like peace or so. Look at what happened when they said that certain IPOB member or so, when the military went there. How many places there was a shootout there.
So
but anytime that happened to be in the northern part, there's not always a shootout. There's always the group of people surrender. Remember, why would Nigeria president not challenge the Nigerian? A country whereby a set of bandits, Boko Haram, during President Buhari's time, surrendered. And you are telling me that repentant, it's only Nigeria have heard that. Repentant Boko Haram that have killed. Oh God. If they have killed any of your family member, will you be telling me that they are repentant? What is called a terrorist is a terrorist.
So let's
those terrorists are those people you put into that join the Nigerian military. Those terrorists are among the soldiers.
So let's in 1 minute let's wrap up here. This is supposed to be a good news. But the Bola Tinubu have said, administration have said, federal government returns history to school. Because federal government, they have returned history to school. What's the take? It should be a good news. Like I said, if you don't know where you are coming, you must know where you are. If you don't know where you are going, you must know where you are coming from. Returning history to school is supposed to be a good news. How do you, in 1 minute, you are going now? How do you?
I'm going now.
Yes. How do you? In your opinion, how do you see it? Federal government returning history back to school.
I saw that. One, it is a good one. It's only in Nigeria that history was taken, and this was in Yar'Adua's time. The history was taken off. And Buhari was there. He didn't say anything. It's a fine one, development, but that is not even a priority now. Those are not important. To talk about, to waste time in talking about, it's fine. But the problem is that a country where there is insecurity, then how do you want to tackle insecurity? Insecurity in Nigeria can't be tackled because those claim bandits, Boko Haram, are also in the Nigerian army working for the country. So how do you want to know those if they are purely redeemed person? Tell me anywhere in the world whereby bandits or kidnappers, or let me say bandits and terrorists are being what, shuffled into the military, whereby you have thousands of Nigerian graduates, thousands of them applying to join the Nigerian army, Nigerian air force and navy, but they are being denied. But in a country whereby even the terrorists are the one even enjoying, you'll be surprised those who are surrendered, definitely you'll be surprised the amount that will be allocated and what they will be enjoying. Even you that you are a graduate in Southwest here, you are not even getting anything. Now the terrorists that, so just go and join terror Boko Haram also, after 2 years say you surrender, they will, don't worry, they will take care of you.
Okay, thank you for coming, Mr. James.
It's very unfortunate.
And then God bless you. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to have him on this particular topic, because we are looking at the fact that terrorists, he's saying that terrorists are being given preference in Nigeria. Let us go to Mr. Raf is here this morning.
When I done the Zoom.
No,
you can come now.
No.
Okay, maybe you want to do one.
Yes. Let's
wait for your turn.
Have this conversation this morning. Ohaneze Ndigbo, I've read it. I'm not going to read it again. I've read it. Ohaneze Ndigbo. Yes, that's her name. They are begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please release Nnamdi Kanu. You are going to have your name.
Which time?
Over the weekend. He just left, yes. He has now left for Accra, Ghana, for the inauguration of their new president here today. But then
the president was freely and fairly voted.
So now, that's not the question. Is that somebody is now saying that why must you beg? Mr. Malaki also is saying on the comment section, why must you beg President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu,
somebody that is free already by the court?
Since the court is saying that he should go. What's your opinion about Ohaneze Ndigbo and Nnamdi Kanu and Bola Ahmed Tinubu's appeal?
That is what I call Igbophobia. You see, Tinubu is confessing and trying to ally with the Igbos, that he's a friend to the Igbos. That's why I ask you, say when. He did not understand my question. I said, when did he start to be, Igbo's friends? Igbo's friend, a friend of the Igbos. When? How? How does it occur? How does it happen? Oga Tinubu is not befriending the Igbos. See, he went to the southeast. He went to his right man, Peter Mba, someone that came from the back door. Peter Mba was not outrightly voted by the Enugu people. They rigged the election. Federal government used federal might and rigged it.
But Peter Mba is a PDP member.
I'm telling you, they work together. Peter Mba is not working for the people of the Enugu people. Is Wike not a PDP member? Why is Wike still playing games with APC? You should understand the politicians in Nigeria. They are all one. Peter Mba contested on that PDP political platform and they won. Abi, thank you. He did not win. The Labour platform won. The Labour man, the first Labour man they came out was burned to death, burned to ashes. Then another man came out again. That same man won it. They delayed the ruling. They delayed the court rulings on this election that brought Peter Obi to limelight. I don't know what I understand. He did not win election. I'm an Igbo man. We know what is happening in the southeastern Nigeria. It was a PDP Labour, that is, it was a Labour Party governor, candidate that won the election in Enugu State.
INEC has declared Peter Mba the winner.
And
they've gone to court and
INEC is not court. INEC was the one that declared Tinubu the winner of the presidential election barely 2 years now. Did he win? What are we saying? We are not blind now. There's no how you will pressurize me to believe your opinion, and I might not force you to believe my own opinion. My opinion is that someone that was rightly voted by Enugu people, the person is under Labour Party. You are telling me that INEC declared Peter Mba, Abi? INEC declared Tinubu? What are you saying? Is INEC the court? They shouldn't have been going to court before. They shouldn't have been declaring somebody a winner after they may have gone to the court. It is after the court that you can come out and declare. If you declare before the court, the person that won will use his federal might, his might, to do what? To manipulate the court. So that is what is going on in Nigeria here. You can't tell me that Tinubu is befriending the Igbos and Ohaneze is begging for their right. How could I beg you for my right? And beg you again when you have at least committed court contempt. Okay, the whole Igbos shouldn't be begging anybody to release Nnamdi Kanu. It is Nnamdi Kanu's right to come out. See, let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu is free. And after going free, federal government, everybody involved that, committed this kind of inhumanity against this young man should go to either ICC or court with him, because it is his right to sue anybody now. Federal government is doing what is not right against the Igbos, against Nnamdi Kanu himself. So don't tell me this. If he has gone to Enugu, fine. He, Peter Mba, and the rest of them, they know the game they are playing. Don't be surprised that he's coming to Anambra too. He will meet this Dubai professor that is not doing anything tangible in Anambra State. It was the road network, I don't know what I understand, constructed by Obiano's administration that we are using today. Charles Soludo is relying on Obiano's what? Glory. He is not doing anything. I'm telling you, nobody can tell me what is going on in Igbo land.
But don't you think that Bianca Ojukwu appointment as Minister for State for Foreign Affairs, that may be a kind of appointment that may, I'm using the word may because she's the wife of the great Igbo man, D. Modumego Ojukwu.
Thank you.
That appointment may at least want to be the president to finally release Nnamdi Kanu.
No. Listen and listen good. The rumored Kanu would come out before December. Today, Kanu, 1st January, today I think it's either 8th or 7th. Okay? 6th, Kanu is still there, cooling his head there. Why not release him with Igbowo? Had he been Igbowo is in now, everybody will be begging, Afenifere will be begging, I will be begging, Ohaneze will be begging. That is a balanced justice. But someone else whose tribe has been neglected over how many years is cooling his Oga, Igbophobia, hatred of the Igbos and the Igbo typhoid fever is what he suffers at Enugu. Stop about telling us that I'm a friend of Igbo. No. Igbophobia, Igbo Nekwenu, Igbo sickness and fever is what each and every administration that comes and goes suffer from in Nigeria. That's why they come up with all manner of policies that go against Igbo ideology in Nigeria. What is our ideology? Egon Totukata, Egon Pata, entrepreneurship. I don't know whether you understand me. We are the most enterprising tribe in Nigeria. Business is our own destiny because we don't have anything to lay our hands upon. In Nigeria, the political leadership is for Yoruba and the Fulani and the Hausa and so on and so forth. So now they Kanu to be released, not even released, they should open the door, let the guy go. Court has actually affirmed it that Nnamdi Kanu is not guilty of any offense. What is the meaning of begging? Ohaneze begging Tinubu has brought Ohaneze down to Poto.
The question is that then
begging him for what?
The Ohaneze Ndigo, who are they speaking for?
Who are they speaking for? What do you mean by who are they speaking for?
For example, Afenifere, they claim they are speaking for the Yoruba social cultural group. The Arewa Constitutive Forum ACF is speaking for the North. The Ohaneze Ndigo is supposed to be the spokespeople of the Igbos. If you are saying that they should not be, I'm using the word, they should not be begging Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then who are they speaking for?
That's the same question I'm asking you now because Ohaneze is for Southeast and they're asking Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release somebody that the Holy Ghost has been crying and crying for since. You are asking me who are they begging for? They are begging for the flies. They are begging for the hawks and the kites. They are begging for nobody now because their pleas and the beggings will never be heard or honored by anybody. I don't know what I understand. That kind of questions, Ohaneze Ndigbo is a cultural group for the Igbos. You are asking me whom are they begging for? What kind of question is that? They are begging for kites and hawks. They are not begging for Igbos. How do you want them to beg again? Is it when they go to Asurok, they will start shouting, we are asking for Igbo, we are soliciting for Igbo. Ohaneze Ndigbo is asking Tinubu, this is where you got it wrong. Release the young man. The court is not holding him. Whether they are begging for Kogio or Igala or Igede, we are all one in Nigeria. Igbo, if allowed or left there for a very long time, Ohaneze Ndigbo has the right to go to Tinubu and ask him, release that young man. He is free. Is he begging? Are they not begging for Yoruba or anybody? We don't need to know whether Afenifere is begging for Arewa or Arewa is begging for Fulani or Igbo is Ohaneze is begging for Igbo. No. When you actually say Nigeria is one, why must we be? This cultural group will beg for this group. This one will beg for this group. It should be a central thing. Someone must be begged for the entire country, entire people, for the interest of Yoruba, for the interest of Igbo and the Hausa. That is what makes us one nation. Why this divisive cultural group that are only minding their own? That's why we cannot stand as a federal state. We are not federal. Everybody should go home and take care of his region. What kind of injustice is that? Nnamdi Kanu is left there and stay asking me who is begging who. See, don't use the word beg. Nnamdi Kanu is free already. It is an injustice, inhumanity of man against man, the same marginalization that caused trouble since after the war. since before the war is still what is going on now. Ohaneze will have no infantry to beg anybody to release Nnamdi Kanu for Christ's sake.
Mr. Nsebong Joshua, good morning. Thanks for watching us. And we're having conversations here this morning, so drop your comments and let's have conversation. And like I said, Buki Astrop, good morning to you all. Miss Buki, Mr. Buki, good morning. And if you are watching, click on that like button, like. We are liking and sharing, others will come in. Let's have a conversation this morning. Release Nnamdi Kanu now, Ohaneze begs Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is according to the paper. They are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu that if you release Nnamdi Kanu, you will write your name in gold. And the Igbo people are going to love you and they are going to appreciate you. That's what they told him when he visited Enugu State over the weekend. But he has now left for Accra, Ghana, for the inauguration of their new president in Ghana there. So we are looking at the fact that let's leave the issue of Ohaneze Indigo. Let's go to the issue of Southern monarchs. I mean, the Southern kings are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, address food insecurity, economic hardship. There's poverty in the land of Nigeria. What's your opinion about Southern kings telling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, address this issue? People are suffering and people are dying.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, my own opinion about the food insecurity.
Yes.
My opinion, there's no food again now because you can see the government of the day. They are doing the right thing, building the economy. What is right to be done is being done right away. And still, there is no food. Some persons are telling you that the government of the day is working round the clock to address food scarcity in Nigeria. You see it now, plenty food. A bag of rice is now 10,000. A bag of beans is now 4,000. Because the administration is ongoing in the right of way. According to the senators, they are doing the right thing. According to the, what do you call this group of journalists that made Tinubu the man of the year, that gave him the man of the year, this day newspaper has, actually doled out this gesture to me, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he is the man of the year that brought food drought to Nigeria, man of the year whose governance is too bad, has never comparison among the previous administration in this country, a man of the year that has denied Nigeria that black gold that Nigeria is known for many years. Oil subsidy removal. Tinubu is still applauding himself, and Nigerians are suffering. Oga, food drought. I don't know whether there is. I don't ever know if there is anything like food scarcity or hunger in Nigeria. I don't know. But all I know is that there are questions that are not needed to be asked. You don't need to ask some questions. There are questions that answer itself. I could have been just worrying myself over food scarcity in Nigeria, and we know the cause of it. We know somebody that caused it. We know the administration of the person we are here now, how it is excruciatingly crucifying Nigerians using borrow policy. Borrow. How many trillions have been borrowed from Obasanjo till today that we have this man at the seat of power, Tinubu? Trillions. Go and check it. Check the statistics. Trillions. Those trillions, if properly harnessed, the whole entire topography of Nigeria should be what? Tarred with ties. I don't mean interlock. Ties. Okay, but where are those trillions today? Okoye chisia, Ibia achia, Hausa chisia, Yoruba achia, Hausa chisia, Yoruba achia, Hausa chisia, Yoruba achia. And you people will come here. You know they hear you waiting at the Let's turn.
My viewers, some of them
Hausa and Yoruba, that is the exchange of the country. Two of them. Should I make it clear to you? In 1976, Obasanjo. 1979, Chagari. 1983, 31st, Buhari. 1993, Anestroniko. 1994, Abacha. 1998, Abdusalam Abubakar. 1999, Obasanjo. 2007, Jonathan. What are we saying? And we won an election last year, barely how many months ago. You should have left the power for us. Okay, we don't belong here. We are not begging anybody to release Nnamdi for information. Or that question, my own opinion is that if Ohaneze is begging, they are beggars for themselves. They are not begging on my behalf or other well-meaning Ndibo. Igbo kwenu, Igbophobia. Igbo kwenu, Igbophobia. So when they see Igbos, they start fidgeting. There is a particular illness or fever that grips them because they actually know they are not getting things right here.
So Tinubu is saying, Vanguard on the front page said, Tinubu said, Mba is doing everything possible to provide security attract investors to Enugu. Now, I'm on X, I'm on Twitter, and I've seen people commending Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu. I've seen people are showing pictures of how he's doing well. But I don't know if you have been following Peter Mbah's administration since he came in Enugu.
Business with that.
I know you have to know. You must follow him so that you can have an opinion about that.
No, I love Enugu as the capital of the former East Central states, and I've been there. I lived there, 79 and so on and so forth. I was a kid. I lived at Oboete Crescent there, the Enugu GRA. So, but it's a city I know that their mainstay is education. Their mainstay is they are civil servants. Prices of commodities are stable in Enugu. If something like that get issue, I mean prices of commodities or essential commodities in Enugu, the whole southeast will have issue. It's a good place, I know. I don't see Peter Mbah as somebody that is doing what the Enugu people want. Because you don't know how many people, how many farmers now have been gone down, had gone down by this Fulani herdsmen since inception of Peter Mbah's administration. Why not allowing the security outfit in the southeastern Nigeria, ESN, to take over the security architecture of that country?
I'm sorry to cut you short.
No,
ESN is not recognized by the governors.
There's no security.
Exactly. The governors did not form the ESN.
ESN was formed by Ndibo.
So
excuse me. Ndibo are the people. People are stronger than government. What we are practicing here is democracy. It is the people that we unite with you as a governor. You agree together and you give them what they want. It shouldn't be you that will be forcing people, sending the message. As Tinubu is being begged now, they are begging Tinubu. Ohaneze are begging Tinubu for their rights. Someone that is free, they are begging him. That is not a government. As a modern machinery, government is all of us. And if you want to single yourself out, people will come out en masse against you to tell you that people are greater, stronger than government. So what are you telling me? There is no security in Enugu. Rewan, you won't tell me I'm an Igbo man. Go to farmland where Enugu is bordering Benue State. Igboeze them. Igboeze. Ikemi Suzo, local government. Igbo Etiti. Many of those communities that are having border with Benue, they are being killed by the Fulani herdsmen the way they are killing Benue people. So there are many Fulani terrorists in Enugu forest. So let me and do your findings.
I have two more questions. I'm seeing Mr. Lawrence and then Mr. Christian in the background. Mr. Femi is here. You are rushing today, Monday. But don't you think that the southeastern, maybe governors or politicians, they may have abandoned Nnamdi Kanu? Because I don't think that they asked, what I'm saying, I don't think that they asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu question about Nnamdi Kanu
they asked,
when he was there.
Earlier on, 2023.
No, I'm talking about the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Enugu. I don't think that they asked him question. The question is that
why must we be asking questions? I tell you that Igbo man can never be beggar. We don't beg him. See, Soludo has begged. There was a time Soludo outrightly begged. There was a time Peter Mbah, all of them. It was only, there was a time even Hope Uzodinma went by himself. I'm telling you, I've been following things. I don't know what to understand. I've been following the events on social media, media houses, newspaper. I've been following. They have begged and begged and begged and begged. No way. There was a time Igbo women wanted to go naked. In fact, at Aba axis of Abia State, they went naked. I don't know what to understand. For Nnamdi Kanu. Now, women are taking it upon themselves. They should come out en masse, both Igbo's women in diaspora and in Nigeria, to protest this kind of strange injustice going on. Somebody is committing an injustice in humanity against a particular tribe and is not hiding it at all. So let me tell you, we follow news. We are not daft. Okay? Beg. Governors, they have begged. And this time around, they are conniving with their other politicians, their mates outside to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu dies there. But I'm telling you, if the Kanu should succeed for 8 months, I don't think 60 months will kill him. 60 months will make it accurately 5 years he was incarcerated. Now, he's incarcerated at DSS facilities. He did not die. He passed 48. Is going to stay alive 60. So, see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let me tell you, nobody is a kid. Bola Ahmed Tinubu left Nnamdi there because of what? Igbophobia. See, you want to tell me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, it is Charles Soludo that tell him, go and borrow money from China that Nigeria will be okay. If Charles Soludo was the one that said, Nnamdi Kanu, if he comes out, there will be security in Igbo land. Tinubu will keep on supplying us with this misinformation, highly misguided one, that it is the governors, it is the politicians. Okay, it was Sanwo-Olu and the Mama son Igbowo that asked Tinubu, release Igbowo. That's why he released him. He has the power. Nigerian president is the most powerful president in the world. He can do his job. Release that young man, let it go. See, now politics, all these are the many lies and deceptive news or information the people at the authority are bringing out, not only to Nigerians, but to Nigerians in diaspora and outside the world. So Nnamdi Kanu is free.
So my final question this morning, because people are not many, so I've given you more time. But as people are much, the time will be short.
Yeah.
My last question in 1 minute. History is being brought back to school by President Tinubu, which is supposed to be a good news to Nigerians. How do you see it? I mean, history, teaching of history. Before history was removed
Have
from
we
curriculum.
not been lamenting it since at
But
this
now-
platform
but-
that Fulani was the one that stopped that curriculum from going on in university, secondary school, that's high school and primary school? History should be brought back.
And it has brought back Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes, the people that are treating Nigeria bad, the people that are strangers in Nigeria, they don't want you to know, to read the history, to actually find out the year they came to Nigeria for settlement. They came and settled here 18th centuries. I don't understand. They are visitors in the north. The land of the north does not belong to them. That's why they make sure that you don't read history in schools.
Yes.
Nobody is reading history because of Fulani man.
Yes.
I can't remember the years I read it and the start for history in the examination. I think it was in 1984-85. From social study to history. Before you know it, Babangida administration and all his allies, Fulani allies, throw it out of curriculum, both in the university, secondary school, and primary school. So the people that are enslaving Nigerians are the one that has been ridiculing us all these years, alienating us from reading history. History is very important. If you don't read history, you won't know where you come from. Oga, I read on my own. That's why I boast of where I come from. My ancestry is traced to a particular place. And I'm very, very happy about it because I read history. On my own, no. I did not say so person said it. It was last 1984 that somebody gave us chalk as students when we were at school. We are writing it on the blackboard, reading history. Since then, they threw it out. They booted it out because they actually know that if we read history properly, we will actually know that the Fulanis are visitors. They are just maltreating their Hausa host for nothing.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Mr. Raf. Let me have two wise men here this morning. There are two wise men here. The best interior decorator in the whole of Ogba is here, and the authentic general, the man that says the best beer pass in Ogba. But let's start this morning. Mr. Lawrence Ohaneze is begging. I've read it. Okay, let me read it again for people that may not have the information. Let me read what Ohaneze said over the weekend. My source is the Vanguard newspaper this morning. So let me read from my source that I have here this morning. It says, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to the Vanguard here, said that's over the weekend, said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have written his name in gold if he orders the release of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, according to Ohaneze Indigo. President General of the Cultural Group, Nze Ozichukwu Fidelis Chukwu, made a remark on Friday while welcoming the president to the southeast ahead of his official visit to Enugu on Saturday. He further commended what he described as artisanal change of the federal government under Tinubu towards the Igbo nation. He said that Tinubu loves the Igbos. That's his opinion. According to the spokesman of the organization, Alex Ogboniachukwu, said, it is therefore hope that with the Enugu visit, President Tinubu will write his name with gold in the hearts of Indigos and the well-meaning Nigerians if he orders for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And now you have seen how they are now saying that, okay, so let's start here. Do you think that the begging, in quotes, of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by the Ohaneze Indigo is the right way to go? Or Nnamdi Kanu should be released based on his rights? What's your opinion?
Yeah, number one, in a developed country, you're not supposed to beg what belongs to you, your rights. In Nigeria here, when you have right thing to achieve, you need to beg before you achieve your right thing. No, Ohaneze and Igbo, they are begging for their own interests. It's not for the whole Igbos or for Nnamdi Kanu. Now, they already told Nnamdi Kanu as an indigenous of Biafra, as our leaders, more than 3 years and now. And the courts and different world and different nations already tell former president of Nigeria to release our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And after that, yes, the man rose as a president and left. Ahmed Tinubu enter as another current president of Nigeria again. Did Ahmed Tinubu want to the whole Igbos to come and bend down and bow down to him to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? It can't be possible. Even if you do it, federal government, Ahmed Tinubu and the cabals cannot release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because what they are doing is injustice. When they say that Ahmed Tinubu loved the Igbos, I disagree with the person. Even though when he's governor in the Lagos State and when he's outside, former governor of Lagos State, he didn't love the Igbos. Because when he loved Igbo, he must show the people he love. Let's allow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu issue now. Did the whole Nigeria, the whole Nigeria, they didn't benefit from regime of Ahmed Tinubu? Look at hungry everywhere here. Did Ahmed Tinubu supposed to solve the major issue about hungry and not stop Ohaneze or whatever he said that if Ahmed Tinubu released Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they will write in name boldly with gold. Means what? Is it a god? It's not a god. Did Ahmed Tinubu do anything that we can use it and remember him in future? What you can use remember Ahmed Tinubu in future? What? Nigeria, at the time of Ahmed Tinubu regime, is the region or the president that make Nigeria enter the worst hardship we ever seen since Nigeria start exist. Even though when former president Nigeria, Buhari is the seat, the man said that if leaves it, Nigeria will cry to Buhari to come back. And you see what the man said is the reality. He's not making the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be easy. Look at Sunday Igboho. They arrest Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before Sunday Igboho. Did Yorubas, the governors or the senator come for threat Ahmed Tinubu to release Sunday Igboho? The answer is no. Why Sunday Nnamdi Kanu issue is different? And he said that Ahmed Tinubu loved the Igbos. And the same struggle Sunday Igboho is fighting is the same struggle Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is struggling. Why Nnamdi Kanu owns is different? That is religion.
Yes, let me have Mr. Authentic General this morning. Authentic, come close to the mic. Ohaneze Indigo, who are they speaking for?
Well, the viewers, I say good morning to you. My name is Authentic General. Ohaneze Indigo, as you said, they are speaking for themselves. They are speaking for themselves. They are not speaking for Igbos. Though, if and only if their request is being granted, it's a credit. But I will tell you, where were them since all this while? They were doing the Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was in detention for over 3 years plus now, going to 4 years. Where were them? Are they not existing? Are they not seeing what is happening? It's now. But if it is today, their day break, fine. Let them walk. But I will tell you, whether they walk or whether they not walk to release Nnamdi Kanu, one day, a day will come that this young man will be released.
By who then? Because there's allegations that some southeastern governors may, I mean the word may be the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not yet free. What is your opinion?
Yes. I can tell you categorically, if you watch what is going on, categorically it is the politicians of the southeasterns are holding him. They are going against Nnamdi Kanu, the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they ganged up and be holding that young man. not even the president. You understand? If you watch the way they abducted him from Kenya, it is orchestrated by the southeastern politicians. You understand me now? It was orchestrated by the southeastern politicians. So holding him is not meant to say that he's a federal government or Ahmed Tinubu, but they're just pushing it to federal government as if they are the one holding him. It is the southeastern politicians and the so-called the Ohaneze them and the rest of them. If they should converge together, team up, and meet Tinubu, you understand? Meet him twice or three, time without number, he will be released. But these people are not speaking one voice. You heard what Soludo said last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. That releasing Nnamdi Kanu will not bring peace. That does not, didn't it show you that they are against the release of Nnamdi Kanu?
So let me ask both of you the last question here. I have 1 minute for you. Last question is that traditional rulers in the South, it is according to the, I like to have my source here so I don't just talk. According to this newspaper here, it says that they are begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that there's hunger in the land.
Yes.
Address food insecurity, economic hardship. Now, Southern kings, they are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do you think that that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to hear the cries of these kings? People are they are hungry and they are suffering, and they feel dejected. What's your opinion about that? Just 1 minute.
Well, my opinion about this is that, they say when a bad leader is on the throne, the people that he leads suffer. You understand me now? I see it that our president doesn't have all it takes to lead Nigeria to our promised land. You can see, if you watch years back, Nigeria is triumphing far better during the era of PDP. Nigeria is waxing strong far better. Immediately APC took over, Nigeria started going backward. And they started from Buhari. From Buhari now, it came to Tinubu. Then the worst has come, that to feed now have become a problem to Nigeria. That is why everybody is shouting now. Okay. That is why everybody is shouting. But if he is a good leader, he will address all this and put everything in normal shape. That at least let people feed at least twice in a day.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yes.
But people cannot even afford 1 meal in a day. 1 meal in a day. Then how can they give you credit? Okay. You understand? How can they give you credit? But if people are feeding well, that is where they will come into their right thinking, and they say, yes, President, you are doing well, or do this for us.
Okay, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, my
Mr.
brother.
Lawrence, your kings are telling President people are suffering. What's your opinion about that?
Number one, the Nigeria President Ahmed Tinubu is not interested to listen to the voice of the citizen of the king, because we can remember he said that Nigeria didn't vote for him. He win for his own benefit. And to me, I see that what is Ahmed Tinubu is doing is he running his own business. And he can do whatever he wants to do. Whether if you like, he cry from now to tomorrow. Except he thought, say, okay, let me pity those people. But for the cry of those people, the Nigeria president, Ahmed Tinubu, is not listening to anybody at all. He do whatever he wants to do. I'm true.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Let me have Mr. Christian. The cap is the Ezioku Bundu.
Yeah, good morning.
I don't know if
No.
I like the pronunciation.
There is this stereotype about, you see, if an Hausa man wears his Hausa cap, nobody has anything with it. They are not concerned about. If Yoruba man wear his cap here, Nobody said anything. But me, I'm wearing my Ishiagu, and people are saying, what is this guy doing? I'm a proud Igbo man, a proud Biafran. So I need to represent. Thank you.
So I don't want to read it again. I don't want to bore my viewers. I've read it like 5 times now.
Okay.
What Ohaneze Indigo said.
Okay.
They are saying that, or they are in quote begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, release Nnamdi Kanu, your name will be written in gold. But my question to you this morning is, who are they speaking for? Ohaneze Indigo.
See, Ohaneze people, they are playing. They know that, me, I've said it, that Tinubu will not release Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu is using Nnamdi Kanu as a chess. They are using him as game to checkmate the North. I've said it over and over again. Tinubu will not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not even Ohaneze that should tell Tinubu. If Tinubu wanted to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will have released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not for Ohaneze to tell Tinubu release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you know one thing, it's easier if they have told Nnamdi Kanu that, okay, if you come out, will you drop Biafra? If he had agreed with them, they would have released him. But let's just, I suspect that he's not agreeing to drop him Biafra. That's why he's not being released now. That is my suspicion. So releasing Nnamdi Kanu is not in the hands of Ohaneze. It is the federal government that intentionally they are keeping. It is left for them to know what they need to do or what they have to do.
Then, what do you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu might want to achieve by not releasing Nnamdi Kanu?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ambition is to spend 8 years. That is his #1 ambition. Anything you see happening today is for him to spend 8 years. The Igbo-Yoruba conflict, this one that come online say P2B is this. They will forget what is happening in Nigeria. They are focusing on P2B. It's for him to spend 8 years. So he's not concerned about any other thing. Let him spend. APC want to capture all the states. Look at the division in the Middle Belt, in the North. It's because of he wants to get votes. He went to Enugu State. He's now campaigning. He went to Enugu State. His influencers were campaigning that now, okay, now APC can have some voting. See, it's about him spending 8 years. You understand? That is why.
So, if that is the reason why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is what it is, but let's look at the fact that we have seen Bianca Ojukwu. She accepted appointment from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Don't you that might want to warm the heart of the Indigos to say that yes, since this man is accepting our sons and daughters in his government, #1. Number 2,
our son and daughter.
I'm just giving an example.
Okay.
Number 2, because we are looking at this Bianca Ojukwu. She's the wife of the greatest, or maybe the greatest Igbo leader. I'm talking about Dimo Dumegu.
According to you, Abi?
No, maybe. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
There are many names and the likes. Now, number 2 is the fact that we've seen Ohaneze they're saying that under Tinubu seems to have a warm heart for the Igbos more than the former one. Don't you think that there's hope for Nnamdi Kanu to be released?
Let me ask you this question. What has Tinubu done for the Igbos?
Well, it is the Igbo that would. I'm just saying that that's what Ohaneze is saying. I'm speaking what Ohaneze is saying.
You saw what Gandhi said. He said APC will take over. What they are trying to do, whatever they are doing, they are going to do in the southeast for them to get votes in the southeast. It's for them to take over. Ebonyi is APC now. Imo State is APC. They are looking forward to Alex Oti to join APC. It is all about APC. Whatever they are doing in Southeast now is politically driven. So whatever, I don't see anything he has really done. The Southeast Development Commission should be NDDC did there since. Niger Delta Development Commission did since. How has it contributed to the development of the Niger Delta? So for him to create Southeast Development Commission so that some of these politicians will come and steal the money, he's saying I don't see anything. If he's going to do anything for the Southeast, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we are telling him.
But now, you take him to the part of those commissions. Don't you think that truly Nigeria is not one? How can you be in a nation, Southeast Development Commission, Southwest Development Commission? You understand what I'm trying to say?
Tinubu said Nigeria is not one now. Before they bomb him, don't talk him. So he's living by, so he's dividing Nigeria. The guy is restructuring Nigeria small, little by little. See Southern Kaduna now, he gave Southern Kaduna Federal University. He knows that Southern Kaduna and Northern Kaduna, they know they are not one. So the university is in Northern Kaduna, and they deprive some of these guys, the Middle Belt, from getting some courses in their federal universities. The Fulani control the education in the North. Most of them are the VCs in the North. So he knows that the Middle Belt no degree for the Fulani. He gave them federal hospital and university. So he's gradually, he knows that Nigeria is not one. So let's not, if we come here every day and be asking whether Nigeria is not, even here like this is my cap where I wear. Some people are threatened by the cap. You understand? But I'm an Igbo man. I know they fear you. You know be anything. I will represent. Uh-huh.
Isaac Fayose said that should be in July, August. He's told Nnamdi Kanu, collect appointments. That's his opinion. But younger
Okay.
brother of
Okay.
former,
Okay,
he
she
said about accept appointment, probably maybe accept some kind of money like and then abandon
If you're
Biafra.
Nnamdi Kanu, will you accept an appointment?
I cannot speak. I
Will
cannot.
you advise Sonny go to accept appointment?
No, that's I'm the moderator here. I'm going to ask you. Do you think that now? Let me announce here. You, Mr. Femi, and Pastor are my last speaker. I'm looking at the time. So anybody that came, I'm sorry. Now, you are looking at the fact that do you think that Nnamdi Kanu might want accept appointment, collect some money, and abandon Biafra? Do you think that may shake the faith of Nnamdi Kanu in accepting those terms? But as far as
You're a Christian. The Bible says a good name is better than silver and gold. So if he started with Biafra, there are people that are following him. And now those people they follow him, now they go first attack him. If he collect appointments, they can even lynch him if they see him anywhere. The place he has taken these people to is not going back. So imagine Nnamdi Kanu says accept an appointment. No, it's not possible.
So let me announce to
Even a Tinubu that I know, Jagaba that I know, if you stand for something, you stand for it. He's the only person that have not gotten to another party. He only maintain that one party. So if you stand for something, die for that thing. If Tinubu were in Nnamdi Kanu's position, he will not accept appointment. You see, so how he fought Obasanjo? How he fought Obasanjo in the south where he was the only one standing. Others were going from one party to Atiku, from one party to another. P2B from one party to another. He stood his ground. So you don't expect Nnamdi Kanu, a man of principle, to start collecting appointment from federal government. He knows where he stands. Let him stand there and let him die fighting for Biafra.
Oh, okay. Mr. Kingsley Smith is saying that 10,000 for Mr. Christian Chukwu, but we've not. He just said it here. But I didn't ask questions. Just said it. So we are looking at the last question should be. I'm sorry, I have to rush you. I'm really sad because.
No problem.
Please,
Me, I did 2 hours. Anyhow.
my reviewers, please listen. You are starting from here 8 o'clock to 9:30. So the more you come, that's why I'm just saying it.
Okay.
That's why I said you, Mr. Femi, and Pastor, and my last speaker today.
Okay.
Now, history has been brought back to school under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What you are closing now? What's your opinion?
In 2011 or 2016,
Yes.
Adamu, Minister of Education, also said they were going to bring back history. Who is going to teach history? Do we have history teachers? Do we have people that have degree in history or that have TC2 in history? We don't have them now. Who is going to teach history? So what we need to do is that, see, let the federal government, let them open arbitrary panels to tell us which is the correct history, because people have different accounts of what happened during the war or Nigerian history. If you meet an Igbo man, he tell you a different thing. A Yoruba man tell you a different thing. Hausa man tell you, everybody have their own. Let everybody come together, have a confab, and let everybody agree. This is the history of Nigeria. Put it in a book that everybody agree. Then you can study it in schools. Okay, you say, okay, maybe Mr. Kule can teach history for school. Mr. Kule go tell him part of the story now. Or maybe I teach history for school. Maybe I go tell him my own side of the story. You understand? That's why since Jonathan, they say they will bring back, no, Obasanjo, they say they bring back history. They don't bring back. Jonathan, Yaradua, they will bring back, they don't bring back. Jonathan, they will bring back, they will not bring back. Tinubu time, they will bring back. All these ones now wash.
Last question in 30 seconds.
Okay.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Enugu.
Okay.
We didn't hear any Southeastern leader, I'm talking about like the traditional rulers, ask any question of the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Don't you think that some Igbo leaders may be behind the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu in 30
If you
seconds?
watch that video, as Mr. Jagaban stand like this, they fear to fall and talk.
Why do you think so?
I say, do you watch the video?
No, I'm not really watching it. I'm just reading from.
No, the body language is very, very important. You understand? The stand of this government is that if P2B were to be president, he will not even allow somebody coming to tell him to release Nnamdi Kanu. The governors, you see, they pay their allegiance to the Nigerian government, not to IPOB or the Biafran agitation. So you don't expect them at that forum to be asking such questions. If you're going to do it, it's from proxy or through information minister or through his aides. You cannot come there and ask that kind of question as the president of the Republic of Nigeria. There are two countries with two sovereignties. So one is Nigerian Biafran war. So will Nigeria sit down and Biafra be killing the soldiers? Or will Biafra sit down? There are two countries with different ideologies. So that is a Nigerian visit to another Nigerian governor. So if they are going to ask about Biafra, it should be through proxy or through Igbo elders or through whoever, not in that forum.
Mr. Christian, I must say God bless you. Thank you so much. And let me have Mr. Femi. I'm watching now. I have less than 13, 14 minutes here. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Femi.
Good morning, Mr.
Let's start here this morning. History is being brought back to school by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What do you have to say? Let's start.
It's a welcome development. And based on what Mr. Christian said about different versions of history, I'm a student of history, but when they are telling us history, they usually tell us different. And listen, they will say, according to a historian, Yoruba are from Mecca. And they will still go to another aspect of it, and they will tell us that this is how Yoruba have been created. That this is how Ife was, in the place. But after all, you collect all the history, there will be a particular point that you will be. Look at the history of Jesus Christ. We have like 4 different gospels that give us different. But there is one thing that is common to all of them: crucifixion and the rising of Jesus Christ. So that's what is important. So if you ask anybody to come and give history of what happened here, we have memory more than each other. Some will give vivid. Some they are short-sighted, they cannot see everything that is happening here. Some see everything here. So there is no way you will not hear different fashion of history. And sometimes some people are like to perfect history. It's happened everywhere. But there are some points that you will buttress, maybe archaeological facts or the oral something or the account witness. So history has also been like that, and I like the way they bring it back.
So the question is again, I'm sorry that I'm rushing you.
No,
I'm not supposed to rush you. You're supposed to be my first time with you, but you went somewhere.
I understand.
Now, the second, who is your governor of the year in Nigeria?
Governor of the year. I'm in Lagos State here. I can only talk about Lagos State, but someone look perform. His performance is not up to expectations of Lagos State. Why? Because of what people saw during Ambode, they expect, a more vibrant, a better one. But unfortunately, it's not that he didn't do well. But when we talk about, based on what I've been hearing performance of Oti, I've been hearing about performance of Mba, and I know about the performance of governor of Borno. Being somebody that's ready to, work. Babagana Sulum was like a Raji Fasola of Lagos State then, that ready to work, is available anytime, any day. No play God over anybody. Then infrastructurally, go to Oyo State. Seyi Makinde is trying. So some of them are performing well. And even Ododo that just come in, Ododo is not poor.
Southern kings, Yoruba Igbo kings, are telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu that people are suffering. Find a way to alleviate their suffering. Do you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may want to listen now? Let me do like this. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he acknowledged him back. You're a good governor. I have increased money to you. You are using it well. Others may not use it well. But as another king that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, people are suffering. In those two, I'm asking you one question. One question you are going to answer to. Number one, election of the governors, is it justified? Then number two, Southern king telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, people are suffering. What are your opinions about that?
Let me tell you, people are suffering is a common language. Yes. That suffering, I've told you that I was born and raised and see that Nigeria has always been suffering. No president that will come and solve our problem one day. So that people are suffering is a common language. There is no president that will come that people will not say people are suffering. Honestly, I'm 40 years plus, and I've always seen Nigeria like this. I've never seen a Nigeria where everybody is living brilliantly. And, how many can my father had before he died? So Nigeria suffering is a different ballgame. It's a common language. But what a particular government is doing, for the benefits of, something that will cushion our. Is it the one that will cushion our, suffering now, or the one that will cater for our long-time future, like setting a goal, like maybe in the next 10 years or 30 years, this is what we are going to achieve. Let me tell you, I've told you my point about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Did he plan ahead for the betterment of tomorrow in Nigeria? Yes. But the sacrifice he asked us to pay, did he pay it? No. The government didn't pay it. We are the people that are paying the sacrifice. But with the move he's making, honestly speaking, if the incoming another government after Tinubu manage it well, we are going to see a better Nigeria.
Let me one last question. I have I have information from Mr. Christian. Somebody said Mr. Kingsley Smith said Mr. Christian contact Michael Adekunle for the 10,000 naira. So Mr. Christian, they've asked you yes, so he has gotten the message. Last question is in 10 seconds. Okay. Ohaneze Ndigbo begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu release Nnamdi Kanu. What's your opinion about that?
Of course, yes. We have been saying it several times here that Nnamdi Kanu should be first of all released, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should listen and look for enemies, politically, judicially, or any just release Nnamdi Kanu. That's just it.
Pastor, you're my last speaker this morning today. You're my last speaker today. Like I said, a program starts from 8 o'clock to 9:40. Something happened, you have to increase it. But then, he must resume work by 10 or less, or they sack him. Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning. Thank you, Father.
Let's to the point here. Ohaneze Ndigbo begging, I've read it, I cannot read it again. Begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. One of our commentators, Melaki, also is saying, why should they be begging for the release? Because that is his right, that the court has released him. What's your opinion about that?
The opinion is that it is not out of place to say they begging. Why I'm saying it is simple. Because one, federal government already appealed the judgment that set him free. It was the Court of Appeal that ruled that he was extraordinary rendition for Kenya to Nigeria. And most of all were of the opinion that federal government, there was no point appealing that judgment because they have right of appeal. They have since appealed the judgment to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court have ruled that the case should go and start de novo, starting afresh. And Nnamdi Kanu himself has since asked Justice Bita Anyango to recuse herself, and the case is yet to be assigned to another judge. So it's not out of place for Ohaneze Ndigbo to appeal to Tinubu to see whether they could find a political solution to the issue. For me, since the have not gone to Supreme Court, where Supreme Court will dispense the case. But if you are looking at why they should reach compromise and dispense that case, or rather withdraw it from court, we are looking at in the interest of peace. Because we have been saying that peace have eluded Southeast. And the whole essence of governance is the welfare of the people and the security. So if the security of the people is having jeopardized, and the reason of this man will enhance it, I think it's the way to go. So for me, it's not out of place for Ohaneze to plead with him to let the man go.
Let me read some comments here. If you are watching, like. Pastor Matthew is my last reviewer for today. Okay, Mr. Ikechuku Samuel. Buku said, good morning, Mr. Christian. He has left, but good morning. Blessed One is saying, that was the form to ask such question. Nigerian Bello said, why is Ohaneze more interested in the politics of release Nnamdi Kanu? The day Ohaneze sent Kanu to Biafra agitation, which caused a big disruption to the Igbo states. Okay, David Okafor, Mr. David Okafor, I've written this morning, he's saying, Tinubu has no right to be keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. My last time, he said, Nigerian Bello considered if Kanu cannot really accept unconditional or political solution to his release, means he's going to pay. That's his opinion in detention. What are your opinions for this?
The man who said whether Ohaneze sent him, that why are they bothering themselves? We are talking about a people, a region that peace have eluded that region. We are seeing almost every stakeholder. Before the National Assembly will start having conversation about the issue of security in the Southeast, it's not because it's convenient for them. It's because it has become a concern for everybody. And we are seeing several stakeholders speak, saying that people are taking advantage of the man, Nnamdi Kanu. So let him come out and let us see whether those taking advantage of his incarceration will lose that advantage or their lashing on. So for me, one, it is not out of place for Ohaneze to plead with the president for his release because the case is still in court. The case has not been dismissed by Supreme Court. And two, I don't see anything wrong in federal government listening to not just IPOP, not just Biafra agitators, I mean to say, every other decent voices that is talking about agitation. I don't see anything wrong in federal government having a roundtable conversation to address all that. Because we saw how Brexit came up. We saw opposition to it. We saw people were for it. But at the end of the day, it was achieved. A situation where minority had their say and majority had their way. So the point is, just like Professor Woleshika will always say, that Biafra is an ideology. And you cannot kill it or rather resolve it through the barrel of gun. So it doesn't matter how long it takes, people will continue to agitate. So the only way to address it is to have people on a round table. That's the truth. And some have been in castration now. Has that stopped people from saying they want sovereign state of Biafra? We will stop people struggling to assume his position, maybe at a capacity. We saw the likes of Dr. Ohaneze. We have seen the likes of Ogenkere laying claim to his office. So for me, the government should be honorable enough to summon courage to provide a roundtable conversation to resolve all these issues.
Now the question is, I'm allowed to so the question is that why did international rulers in Enugu ask for the release of Nnamdi Kanu when President Tinubu was at the state? It was even, we saw Tinubu, we saw he was praising Peter Mba, the governor of Enugu State. But the question is, why didn't the international rulers ask our son release him? They didn't ask number one. Number two is that, don't you think that Nnamdi Kanu may have been abandoned by the Igbo leaders?
I doubt whether he had been abandoned. Asking why the governor or rather Enugu stakeholder did not, I think we should not be looking at that, because on so many occasions we have seen Igbo leaders calling on federal government to release him. Even under the government of Muhammadu Buhari, we saw so many stakeholders, traditional rulers, regional leaders, political leaders, synergizing together, meeting with Buhari to seek for his release. We have seen senators from eastern part of the country, other leadership of Senator Ina Baribe, meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation, talking about his release. So I cannot use that single thing that happened in Enugu if they didn't call for a release to fault them. For me, I know that they genuinely want his release.
Mr. Ugochukwu Ikejimka, good morning and God bless you. Unity there is saying the only reason Nnamdi Kanu will come out is because Nigeria is a failed country. He said if not, that's his opinion. But let me ask the final question here. History is being brought back to school by President Tinubu. What do you have to say about that?
It depends on his intention. Let us see how they hope to implement it. Because even when it was abolished the other time, we knew the reason, because they do not want people to know what transpired in the past. I wonder why that was done in the first place. But I think it's a welcome development.
Okay, last question here. I'm closing. It is the fact that Peter Obi, I'm talking about his party, Labour Party, is saying APC can be defeated without any measure. What are your opinions?
Is that coming from Labour Party?
Labour Party, yes.
I think Labour Party should understand that Nigeria is not a normal society.
Front page of the Punch newspaper, LP can win 27 poll without measure. Punch is saying it.
I think Labour Party should understand that Nigeria is not a normal society. Nigeria is an abnormal society where the power at the center can unduly use that power to the disadvantage of all opposition. So if they are still hoping, the best bet at this point is whether you call it PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, that is New Nigerian People's Party, the best option is for all of them to synergize and form a common front.
Oh, you think otherwise, will be good?
Of course. Not whether it will be good. That is the only possible way to oust Tinubu out of Asuro. If you go into the election on as different political parties, Labour Party, PDP, NNPP, I tell you that in spite of the fact that APC is not performing under Tinubu, they will find it easier to get back to Asuro. So I don't know what is giving Labour Party the hope. For me, they are better think of how to come together as all opposition as a way of kicking Tinubu out of that position. Okay, thanks so much for coming, Pastor Matthew or Mr. Matthew. You are done. You are closing this morning. Bystanders is you are done this morning. Like I said, from 8 o'clock to 9:30, 9:40.
That's how we do from today. Then we can do 8:30, can go 1 hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. My discussion, I can make it 2 hours, but due to some logistics. But thanks for always watching us. Thanks for staying with us. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you, all our viewers. We appreciate you. It's the first Monday of the year. We say thank you. Many people were not able to speak today, but it's what it is. God bless you. God bless the work you do. Tomorrow we'll be here again for the first Tuesday edition of the year. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. No,